You are watching World Desk on Niger Live TV. My name is Barbie Mkparu and I'll be bringing you news updates. So let's begin with the headlines. Oporoma distributes forms for Doyediri Skills Acquisition Program. Borno security concerns. Residents raise alarm over footage of alleged underage terrorists. France to deploy 2 frigates for European Union's Red Sea defense mission. Bayelsa State Commissioner of Police receives award of excellence. Thank you for staying with us. My name is Barbie Mkparu and I am bringing the world closer to home this evening. Let's begin with the news in details. Let's continue with the news in details. The 4th phase of the Doyediri Skills Acquisition Program has commenced its distribution of forms at Oporoma, the headquarters of Southern Ijaw local government area of the state. The exercise is led by the Director General of the program and Technical Advisor to the Governor on Entrepreneurship Development, Mrs. Charity Kens Godwin, who was joined by the Executive Chairman of the Southern Ijaw local government area, Honorable Target Segbo, as the special guest of honor to facilitate the distribution. Other key dignitaries in attendance include the member representing Southern Ijaw Constituency 3, Honorable Moses Marlon, Technical Advisor on Community Mobilization, High Chief Asari Kerry, and the leader of the Southern Ijaw Legislative Council, Honorable Owela Edward, among others. To ensure a transparent process, youth presidents and community development committee chairmen from across clans are on site to oversee the exercise. The Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal has affirmed a Federal High Court judgment restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing the outcome of the 2025 National Convention of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). The convention, which took place between November the 15th and 16th in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, was declared invalid due to significant constitutional violations. Delivering the judgment, Justice Uchenna Onyemenam ruled that the party failed to serve the commission with a valid convention notice as law required. Furthermore, the appellate court held that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) failed to conduct valid congresses in more than 14 states prior to national gathering. Consequently, the court ruled that the lower court acted within its jurisdiction by granting the restraining order as the party failed to comply with the relevant legal provisions governing such exercises. A bizarre burial dispute in Akwa Ibom State has escalated into a legal demand for restitution. The village head of Ikot Obong, Etedong Godon Etukeren, is demanding 50 million naira in damages after aggrieved persons deposited a corpse within his palace grounds. The monarch, representing the Ikpa Ibekwe clan in the Ikot Abasi local government area, stated that he and his family have suffered severe psychological trauma and health challenges due to the stench emitting from the remains. Investigations reveal that the incident stems from a conflict between the Etukeren and Odobong families over a final resting place of the deceased, Mr. Stephen Iburu, a former staff member of the Alumni Smelter Company of Nigeria. Residents of Borno State have raised alarm following the emergence of a viral video depicting underage children suspected to be terrorist soldiers dressed in full military camouflage within a deserted forest. The footage shows 18 children fully heated in uniforms assembled in a formation and celebrating in an isolated wooded area. The secretary of the coalition of Borno South APC Youth Group, Junaid Jibril Maiva, described the development as a threat of the area and called for increased surveillance and military intervention to identify and rescue the minors involved. Iran's Deputy Health Minister, Dr. Ali Jafaran, has reported that more than 1,255 people have been killed and 12,000 others wounded following 9 days of joint United States and Israeli military strikes. In a statement, Dr. Jafaran said that the majority of those killed in the offensive are civilians, noting that the strikes have severely impacted the nation's medical infrastructure, with 11 healthcare workers among the dead and over 50 others injured. The ministry further noted that the ongoing aerial campaign across Iran has damaged dozens of healthcare facilities, complicating efforts to treat the thousands of wounded citizens, while the United States and Israel maintain that the operations target military and nuclear assets. Iranian officials continue to emphasize the heavy toll on the civilian population and the resulting humanitarian crisis. Still on the international scene, France is set to deploy 2 frigates to the Red Sea as part of the European Union's naval mission, ASPID, according to announcement by President Emmanuel Macron. A statement by the President Emmanuel Macron, which followed a meeting in Cyprus with President Nikos Christodoulos and Greek Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, characterized the operation as a purely defensive escort mission. President Macron emphasized that the initiative is being established in coordination with both European and non-European partners to ensure maritime security in the region. The deployment of the 2 vessels underscores the French government's commitment to a multilateral effort aimed at protecting strategic commercial shipping lanes. Families, friends, and sympathizers have laid to rest Clever Bonalayefa Abadi, a 26-year-old student from Ekewe community in southern Ijaw local government of Bayelsa State, following his death in an incident that occurred and sparked public outrage in Yenagoa. Abadi, said to be a student of the Federal Polytechnic in Ekewe, reportedly died after he was allegedly beaten up by a group of persons at Swali Market area of Yenagoa on the 20th of January 2026. The incident, which triggered protests by youths in Swali community demanding justice over the death of the young man, was followed by an investigation by the Bayelsa State Police Command, which later confirmed the arrest of 4 suspects in connection with the case. According to the family, burial rites for the late Clever Abadi was held on Saturday, the 7th of March 2026, after which he was laid to rest at his uncle's residence in Yenagoa. Bayelsa State's Commissioner of Police, Daniel Iyama, has received an award of excellence in community service in recognition of his support for initiatives aimed at rescuing out-of-school children in the state. The award was presented by the leader Joe 1808 Foundation International, a Scotland-registered humanitarian organization with operations in Nigeria, during a ceremony held at the police headquarters in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. In a statement, the foundation says its Rescue Out-of-School Children program is a flagship initiative designed to tackle Nigeria's education crisis, where more than 20 million children are currently out of school. According to the organization, the program seeks to return vulnerable children to safe and quality learning environments by addressing such barriers, including poverty, insecurity, and lack of resources. It also notes that For the year 2026, it aims to return at least 1,000 out-of-school children to classrooms across communities while promoting sustainable development through education, youth empowerment, and community support. Responding to the recognition, the police commissioner commended the organization for acknowledging the efforts of the police and reaffirmed the command's commitment to maintaining security in the state. The police commissioner further noted that the command's tactical units have clamped down on cult-related activities, which has led to significant reduction in such incidents across the state. He disclosed that a 60-year-old suspect identified as Pentecost Elijah was arrested over an improvised explosive device at Bayelsa State Secretariat Complex in Yenagoa, where the police said one device detonated while another was safely rendered inactive by the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit. The commissioner further revealed that 5 suspects were arrested and charged to court over an alleged murder case in Otueke, while another suspect linked to the killing of one Mr. Patrick Pereswode, who has been declared wanted. Police also confirmed the arrest of 2 suspects, Daniel Samuel, 21 years old from Nembe, and Pastor Elijah Oro from Ozoro community in Delta State over alleged plot to assassinate a prophet in Yenagoa. He added that the command has strengthened its surveillance operations through the deployment of drone technology with additional personnel trained to operate the equipment and aerial monitoring. The event highlighted growing collaboration between the Nigerian police force and community-based organizations in addressing social challenges while maintaining security across Bayelsa State. That's the world news at 4 from our studio, Niger Live Television. My name is Barbie Mkparu. Do have an amazing day ahead and do well to stay glued with Niger Live TV as we bring you stories and entertainment going on across the world. Have a nice day. Good evening.
Every ripple starts with a single drop. In Bayelsa, that drop is the Education Development Trust Fund Board (EDTF). From the moment a child sits down to a nutritious meal to the day a scientist steps into a brand new laboratory, EDTF is there, turning challenges into opportunities. 5,000 meals served daily in our model boarding secondary schools. Biological sciences laboratory equipment delivered to Niger Delta University. 1,000 teachers and school leaders trained with the British Council. Special education teachers graduating from Ignace